non-runner. So the runners are down at the start for this opening race at Dundalk, and Parker's Hill in the Kingston Hill colours is the 15-8 favourite. Did touch 2-1, 5-1 Billy Fayplayer, Dubai Rainbow 5-1, highly approved 9s, 9-1 Tennessee Wildcat, and 12s bar those. Let's just give you the Friday night lights, because I know you were wanting to cross these out of your deliberations for the evening. Starting with Roundabout Magic in the 6:15 at Chelmsford for yours truly. George Baker, though, paid more attention to his Lady Shanawell in the 6:45 at Chelmsford. Coronda for Kev in the 7:30 at Dundalk. And Fran's going for Bombshell in the 8 o'clock. Typical.
Yes, loading up quite quickly here ahead of our opening race, and obviously Parker's Mill, he deserves to be favoured. He was a good winner here. It was his first time he got his head in front in 18 months, Fran, after I think winning his maiden in Leopardstown, wasn't it?
Yeah, that's right, Kevin. He'd actually been running well up here through the winter. Johnny Murtagh tried various headgear on him, and the fact he got his head in front the last day should give him the confidence going from this. He is a little bit worse off the ways than some of these, but he's a bit more open to progression. One thing's for sure, he's in for €15,000. He's sure to be claimed after this.
Actually in the sales the other day, he didn't make his reserve at Goff's on Wednesday, I think it was. Yeah.
Wednesday. I was still in recovery mode from Leopardstown on Wednesday, so I missed that, but it's a good opportunity for him. I would give Ballyfairplay a decent mention. I do think he's going to have a perfect setup today. He's drawn just outside Parker's Mill. He ran very well in Wolverhampton 2 starts ago, and his run here last day over 5 furlongs, an inadequate 5 furlongs. He was coming home well at the debt. He's won a claimer off the top of my head here in the past, and I just thought he looked like a horse that's coming to hand, and he's comes out quite well at the weights with the favourite.
Okay, another one, Dubai Rainbow. I thought being shade unlucky not to have won one of our most recent races when I thought was sent on way too soon.
Yeah, went too okay. Yeah, he's gone plenty hard on in tough handicaps on recent occasions. Just done too much too soon. Wide draw today is not ideal. That said, there's not Parker's Hill probably go forward to try and make from that stall 6. Dubai Rainbow's usually good out of the gates, should be able to slide forward and maybe get sitting second to it from that draw, but we might have to do plenty of work to get there, and that could tell it to finish.
Tony Gent, another one, rated 78. He was a fine performer when with Jar Lyons. I think he won 5 for Jar. The 4 is not the 5 for Jar.
Yes, that's right. He's had 10 runs here, no win. He comes out well at the weights, all right, but it's 4 years ago since he won at this trip, and on what we've seen recently, things will probably be happening a bit too quick from around here tonight.
Yes, indeed, 2 to go for our opening race. All in. Peter O'Hare is our commentator. Let's get up to him for the first time this Friday night.
All locked away for the 7 furlong claimer, and they're off. Breaking smartly, Parker's Hill is prominent in the early stages. Dubai Rainbow, Curly Guard in blue and white close to the inside. Billy Fairplay improving up on the outside, highly approved. Not far off them, Tony the Gent, Hypnotic Force wide of them in mid-division, with My Good Brother alongside. Tennessee Wildcat next with Captain of the Bounty. And then Master Speaker as they head on. They've covered 2 furlongs. They're nearing the turn at the end of the back straight. Parker's Hill is on the rail. Billy Fairplay a close second. Dubai Rainbow up on the outside. Green Cap is in 3rd position. They're followed around the turn by Curly Girl. Alongside is Tony the Gent, and on the rail the blue and white is Curly Girl. Between horses is Tony the Gent, edging into 5th spot as they pass the 3 and near the turn in. Parker's Hill, Billy Fairplay. Dubai Rainbow the outside. Just behind them, Tony the Gent. Scrubbed along on the inner is Curly Girl. Highly approved just behind him towards the outside. My Good Brother is trying to close down the wide outside is Hypnotic Force. Heading on now to over a furlong and a half to race. Parker's Hill, Billy Fairplay. Dubai Rainbow down the near side. Highly approved to the left with Hypnotic Force. Tony the Gent trying to stay on over towards the far side inside the final furlong. Billy Fairplay in the red, the 2 shades of blue. Parker's Hill far side rallying. Tony the Gent over on the inside in the orange, finishing best as they go to the line. Tony the Gent on the inside from Parker's Hill, Billy Fairplay, Tennessee Wildcat and Captain of the Bounty.
Yes, well, there is our first winner of the evening. Tony the Gent wins his 6th race of his career. First for a while. He was a good servant for Jar Lyons. And wins for Dennis Hogan. And Joe Doyle pick him up there turning into the straight, Fran.
Yeah, Tony the Gent, as I said beforehand, hadn't won at this trip for 4 years, but he got a good position under Joe Doyle. They went along at a good, solid, even gallop, and he just got a good split towards the inside and had time from the elbow to get running, and he found plenty for pressure and done his best work in the finish. The unlucky horse, I suppose, to head on and be interesting was Tennessee Wildcat, who didn't get any room at any point of the straight. The favourite, Parker's Mill, stuck to his guns quite well. He looked under severe pressure at the top of the straight and looked like he might drop out, but it was to his credit he stuck at it. And my selection on the near side, Ballyfairplay, it likewise, like the eventual second, stuck to his guns quite well. They were just both unlucky to be nabbed by the winner late on.
Yeah, they got a nice sensible gallop, haven't they? Parker's Hill, Billy Fairplay, set up sides in front. Declan McDonough just a half a length behind them, 3 off the rail. Declan's done well from an outside draw, 13 in Dubai Rainbow. Travelled really well, looked like going to get involved, but just didn't find much for pressure.
Yeah, didn't find much pressure. I think Dubai Rainbow's just better when she can get things a little bit uncontested. I know she's 3 wide, they're floating away, enjoying herself, but as these two leaders begin to pick up into the straight, the head comes sideways, and it just is enough to stick. In other words, if she can get out and lead and get somewhat of an easy lead, she can get a bit of confidence and find a bit more than she did tonight under pressure.
There's Tennessee Wildcat in the green colours, black cap, green star. Just Danny Sheehy couldn't get a gap. He's nothing travelled as well as him, and he hasn't really got involved. He's run a cracker, a lot better effort than his last run, but just didn't get the gaps at the vital stage. Whether he'd have won or not now, I'm not so sure.
No, it's debatable, I suppose. This, as you can see, he's travelled well into the race. He's got up behind Parker's Mill and Ballyfairplay, and they're hard under pressure. And Tony Gent, Joe Doyle is quite tight to Parker's Mill, and Danny Sheehy is looking for a gap. He's stuck his nose on the inside of Parker's Mill. That hasn't come off, and when you get that check and you lose your momentum, you lose that half a length to a length. Horse like these at this grade, they can't get going again, and that was just enough to finish him.
Yeah, definitely. He's probably well capable of winning one of these again, isn't he, Tennessee Wildcat? He's won, 7 races? He won a couple of claimers with Dave Murnan and things like that. Was never the most bravest of individuals.
No, and I think we've seen there tonight, he's a strong travelling horse who probably needs to be falling away a little bit more than what they did tonight. But it was a return to form for him, and given the opportunity he's going to have here for the next couple of months, the fact he's bounced back to form, he showed a bit of life. He should have his turn on some occasion, and he's rated 62 now. He's into that lower grade for handicap company as well.
Yeah, is indeed. There is Jimmy Goff, winning owners, coming back in with leading in his winner, James McCauley in behind, nephew, and ridden to victory by Joe Doyle, our first winner of the evening, the IrishInterjockeys.com claimer, Rishi.
Well done to the Dennis Hogan team, as usual, amongst the winners at Dundalk. We'll bring you the ESPYs when we come back after this break.
So what is backing and laying on the Betfair exchange? Well, see this couple? I'm betting on them to be this guy's next target. That's called backing. Matt here, his money's on that not happening, and that's called laying a bet. So if the violinist goes to anyone else, Matt takes my money. You can't win them all. The Betfair exchange.
Sometimes a person can have their minds in 2 different places. I think that's what's going on with Martin Dwyer at the moment. He's in body at Chelmsford, but in spirit at the Friday Club, I think. Look at his face. He looks a bit distracted, don't you think, George?
I don't think he looks distracted. I think he looks in the zone.
Oh, really?
He gets properly in the zone, Martin.
Do you think he knows we're watching him? Is that
Yeah,
right?
definitely. I think he's on his best behaviour.
He better not mess up here, because he's on a shorty. Elusive, who's been bang in form for Phil McEntee, going for the hat-trick. Martin won it a couple of starts ago. 10 to 11 favourite for this classified stakes. The British Lion 130, 5 to 1 Rinty McGinty, 10s Dropkick Murphy, Duke Debonair 14s, 20s Taverner, 25s Bar. Is it a straightforward task for Martin Dwyer, Elusive, to land the hat-trick?
At the weights, definitely. I'm in here, won an apprentice race 4 days ago at Wolverhampton under Phil's daughter, and very impressive, but the only sort of slight concern is that had 2 quick runs for Phil. Is lucky to get in this race. As you know, when you make the entry, it's fallen right. You know, he wouldn't be able to run this race in a week's time, and it's his race to lose. I just feel that, for me, the only way he can get beaten in this race is if he's backing up too quick.
Okay, well that's George's thoughts on the chances of Elusive here at Chelmsford. We're heading back though, very quickly to Dundalk and get some reaction.
You walk back in with Joe Doyle, and well done, Joe. He's been a good servant, he's tumbled down the weights, and you got a lovely trip through.
Yeah, look, sure, he's ground that old horse. He's plenty of life left in him, and you know, look, in them claimers, he's probably a little bit better than the rest of them, you know.
He's a horse who was rated over 100 probably in his prime. He won off in 93. First time he's won for you since being claimed out of a Leopardstown claimer.
That's it, you know. Look, hey, the boys know their way around the claimers, and look, if we lose them, we lose them. But they're fair play to them, you know. They turn up every week. They have a couple of runners in them, and they keep horses moving through the system. So fair play to them.
3 more to come. What's your best chance of adding to the tally?
I think Drummer could possibly be decently handicapped. He hasn't got a great draw, but if he can overcome that, I think he could be a well handicapped horse.
So well done.
Lovely, thank you.
Okay, so we've spoken about Elusive and the chances of Martin Dwyer bringing up the hat-trick on this son of elusive quality for Phil McEntee. When last has he been aboard a shorty like this, George? I mean, Sir Percy? Was it?
I don't. I think it's been a while anyway.
It's a lot of pressure on him. He's on a shorty in a classified stakes at Chelmsford on a Friday night. What's the alternative, George?
Well, as we alluded to beforehand, but there's plenty of horses here that have been in okay form, and you could go back, I suppose, the British Lion.